Steps for implementing statistical process control (SPC). Steps for implementing statistical process control (SPC). By focusing on statistical measures and process capability, organizations can consistently produce products and services that meet customer specifications and expectations. By focusing on statistical measures and process capability, organizations can consistently produce products and services that meet customer specifications and expectations. The following are some steps in implementing statistical process control in a typical organization, in a typical manufacturing organization, or any other type of organization. The first is training and awareness. Training and awareness. This involves training your staff about the basics of statistics, process capability, and variation. They need to be made aware, they need to understand the importance of statistics, process capability, and variation. They need to understand the differences between common cause and special cause variation. They need to be trained on how to use and interpret control charts. They need to be trained on how to use SPC software tools in their processes. Having done this, you can now proceed to selecting appropriate metrics. Selecting appropriate metrics. Now determine what to measure based on customer needs, requirements, and expectations, organizational objectives, or pain points. Determine what to measure. Is it the concentration level based on the customer requirements, the diameter, the length of a produced product based on customer requirements, or some organizational objectives or pain points within the organization? Next, the metrics should be meaningful and should contribute to understanding the process capability. The metrics should be meaningful and should contribute to understanding the process capability. Having done this, the next step is to collect data. Collect data. Determine how frequently you need to collect data. Use sampling techniques when necessary. Ensure that the data collection process is consistent and standardized. So data collection is key. You need to determine how frequently you need to be collecting data. Is it once a day, twice a day, thrice a day, or once a week, twice a week, and just like that. The next is to construct control charts. Construct control charts. Use appropriate control charts based on type of data. Common charts include X bar, R chart, P chart, NP chart, C, and U chart. So you now want to determine, you want to select from this range these different types of charts: X bar, R, P, N, P, C, and U charts. The next is determine control limits. Determine control limits, usually based on plus or minus 3 standard deviations from the mean. Having done this, the next step to do is plot the data points and analyze patterns. Plot the data points and analyze patterns. Having done this, the next thing to do is to monitor and interpret. Now, take note that many of these things can be done using SPC software tools, especially the construction of the control charts. This can be done using the SPC tools. All you need to do is to input the data, and the software automatically gives you the diagram that will help you monitor your process. So once you have gotten the diagram on the software tool, or you've done it manually, the next is to monitor and interpret data. Monitor and interpret the data. And watch out for out of control signals, such as points outside control limits, runs off points above or below the center line, or patterns indicating non-random variation. Now, next, investigate special cause variation immediately. Investigate special cause variation immediately. The sixth point is to improve the process. Improve the process. And use the insights from control charts to implement changes. Aim to reduce duration and improve process capability. And use other quality improvement tools such as the Shikara diagrams, Pareto chart, and the 5 whys for root cause analysis. The next thing is to maintain control. It is one thing to be in control, yet another thing to maintain control. Ensure that your process that is already in control does not go out of control. And once the process is under control and improvements are made, continue to monitor with control charts. And that is the essence of control charts, to help monitor the behavior of the process. Update the control limits if necessary after major process changes. Once this is done, regularly review processes for continual improvement opportunities. Regularly improve processes for continual improvement opportunities. The eighth step is to integrate with other systems. Incorporate SPC into other organizational systems like quality management systems, QMS, or enterprise resource planning, ERP systems. Ensure cross-functional teams are aware of SPC results and improvements. Ensure that cross-functional teams are aware of SPC results and improvements. The ninth step is review and audit. Review and audit. Regularly review SPC processes and results. Audit the SPC system to ensure adherence to standards and protocols. Make necessary adjustments based on audits and reviews. Audits naturally will expose the weaknesses of your process. Audits will expose the weaknesses of not just your process, but the control chart itself. Once these weaknesses have been revealed as a result of the audit process, ensure that you take corrective action to correct these weaknesses, to strengthen the weaknesses and ensure that they do not affect the processes. Once this is done, foster a culture of continuous improvement. Foster a culture of continuous improvement. Encourage employees to suggest improvements. Encourage employees to suggest improvements. Recognize and reward teams and individuals who contribute to process improvements. Recognize and reward teams and individuals who contribute to process improvements. Ensure top management supports and promotes SPC and its principles. If you haven't done so yet, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button on the screen. Also, click on the notification button to get notified of our future videos. If you find this video especially helpful, please do not hesitate to like and share with your audience on social media.